Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my hops vine that's over here and how to harvest the hops. When I first started growing these last year, I could not find the information I needed to know about when the right time was to harvest these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've learned since last year. And we're going to harvest some of these hops. So follow me along right here on Garden Jen's Journey. All right, so this is my hops plant. Now, if some people have driven by places that grow hops for breweries and things, you'll see these long, tall poles that go a long ways up in the air. And then usually there's a wire cable that goes from one pole to another pole. And they're like 20 to 30 feet long, depending on the place that's growing them. And that's because these plants grow 15 to 25 feet tall just on their own. So, yeah. But I just use my fence as a trellis and let them do what they do. This is one plant that I started last year. I planted last year in the ground. And I got a small harvest last year. These are plants that at the end of the season, you cut them down and they grow brand new growth the next year. So last year I had maybe half the size of what you see here. And again, not a lot of harvest on that. But this year, this thing is huge. There's lots of growth. And the things that I've learned about this is that the vines are called vines with a B, because of the way that they grow. And so that I learned that. And just when to harvest these bad boys, the information I got that was wrong was it said that you waited until the fall when these start to turn brown, and that's when you harvest them. And I'm like, I don't think that's correct. And from all the other information I've learned, no, that is not correct. You want to get these when they're still green. And I'm finding that the best time to harvest these is when they're just starting to open. You harvest the cones. They look like little pine cones. And when they're just starting to open up, it seems to be about the best time to harvest them, because then you know that they are ready to harvest. If they're still tightly closed, they might not quite be there yet. Size isn't really a good standard. Most of these are about the same size, but there's some that are small, and yet they are perfectly fine to use. So I'm going to take you in closer, and I'm going to show you what we're looking for, and we're going to harvest some today. And I'll forewarn you, it's going to be a little difficult to do because I'm doing this one-handed. It's kind of hard to get a tripod back here in the thick of all this vegetation. Alright, so let's go up to the plant here. Alright, so here's the plant in closer view. You see these guys here? These are kind of the size you're looking for. And you see how they're kind of opening? They're definitely ready. You come down here, and this one here is more tightly closed. It might not be ready yet. Whoops, sorry. This one might not be quite ready yet, but we'll check it. But yeah, the ones that are really tightly closed, they might not be ready yet. So I can wait a few days on it. One of the things that you can look for that's really easy to distinguish whether they're open or not is you're going to go ahead and you're going to pick one. And if you have a knife, you can do that. But you're going to break this open. Alright, so you break this open. And you're looking for some yellow pollen, and it's right in the very center. If it's got pollen in it, it is ready for harvesting. This has a little bit, so it wasn't quite ready. Let's check another one. Alright, so here's one that's ready to harvest. I don't know if you can see right in the very center of these buds here, these cones, there is pollen on every layer. And that's what you're looking for. So this one is definitely ready to harvest. So once you find one that has the pollen in it, it's it's full of pollen, it's ready to go, then you pick the other ones that look quite this similar. So this one, like I said, was just starting to open. So I'm going to pick the other ones that look like that. So you see how these ones are just starting to open. And they come off the plant very easily. And then the other ones that aren't quite ready, you can leave for a day or two, and they should be ready. So I'm going to go ahead and pick more of these. I mean, I got lots of them to pick up here. And then I'll show you what today's harvest looks like. Alright, this is what I got for today. I'm going to have to get a ladder before I can harvest any more, really. Because they're way up in the sky, so to speak, as you saw. But pretty good harvest for today. I have somebody who actually wants to try using some of these, so this will be enough of a harvest today. But just amazing growing these guys. Again, this is all learning on my own how to grow these guys. And what I do with them personally is I don't make alcohol with these. I don't make beer or whatever. But I use them for medicinal purposes. So the ones that I have will be dehydrated, and they have a variety of uses. The one thing I'm using it for is a sleep aid. A lot of good quality herbal sleep aids have hops in them as one of the ingredients, because it does help lull you to sleep. That's why beer makes you sleepy, because of the hops in it. So I'll be using that for a sleep aid, as well as also it helps with your digestive system and some other cool things as well. So that's why I grow hops here on the homestead. So I hope you found the video kind of interesting on how to grow your own hops in your own backyard. And you can use them for a lot more things than just brewing beer. But it's just a fun little plant to grow, and then to see how you get the cones and everything that you can use for lots of different stuff. It's a really neat little plant to try to learn about, as it were. So thank you so much for following me along today here on this journey of a homestead adventure. If you haven't, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. Love to have you along. We do a lot here on the homestead, and I try to show the new stuff that I'm doing every year, and stuff that maybe other people aren't doing and you'd like to know how to do, including growing hops, which I thought was kind of cool. So again, thank you for being part of this wonderful homesteading journey with me. And I hope wherever you are, you're wonderfully blessed. So until next time, everybody, bye-bye.